You wake up today and you do one of two things. You either get prepared for work, college or school. You go to school and you're there for 8 hours, 6 hours, whatever. You come home and you start outreaching. That's one thing. Or you're like me. You wake up and you outreach instantly. You don't go to work. You don't go anywhere. You just outreach. That's what I used to do. You outreach for 12, 14 hours a day, and then you don't even land a client. Even though you're outreaching for 12 to 14 hours a day. And if you're the first type of person, you're still outreaching for the entire day, just not for 14 hours. Now, that was what my career looked like in the first 9 to 12 months. But if I tell you about my life, what my life looked like today, you're probably not gonna believe me. So, I woke up, I got out of bed, and I prepared. But I didn't prepare for school, I didn't prepare for college, I didn't prepare for a 9 to 5. I prepared for training. So, I got out of bed, I trained for 2.5 hours, doing what I fucking love, doing Muay Thai training, because I have a fight in 1.5 months. And then I went to coffee with one of my buddies. Then I went back home, had 5 eggs for breakfast and some butter because I'm doing keto. I'm not eating fucking carbs. And that's why, that's a point for another video when I talked about this. And now I'm recording this video for you. The point I want to make is, you don't need to work 80 to 100 hours a week to make 10K a month. That's what fucking gurus tell you. If you don't work 10 to 80 to 100 hours a week, you're lazy. If you're not working 12 to 14 hours a day, somebody else who is working that amount of time is gonna beat you. Isn't that what they tell you? That's what they told me. And it's garbage. The reason they say this is because there's something called in marketing with the extremes. So have you ever seen anybody be in the middle when it comes to their marketing? They're either at the one extreme or the other extreme. Nobody's in the middle, because that's not polarizing. That's not what grabs attention. That's not what pushes them in the algorithm. So they're gonna be very, very extreme with their opinions. And that's why they say this. I bet you my fucking life that these people don't even work 80 to 100 hours a week. They barely work 4 hours a day. I bet you this. So at this point, I'm working 1 to 4 hours a day, maybe less. Sometimes I don't even work at all. And other times I work the entire day. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I work the entire day. But not because I have to, because I love it. Because that's my video game. That's my video game. Other people watch Netflix, other people play GTA. They have to play these video games to feel like they're important and they're growing. But I like growing my business. That's my business. That's my favorite video game. I like leveling up my character in real life. I like learning about nutrition. I like going out with friends and leveling up my social skills. I like doing my business, so I level up my business skills and I make more money. I like being in relationships. I level up my relationship skills. And I like doing all this stuff. I like doing everything in life, in real life. I like playing the real life game. That's the best video game. You level up your character, you become the best, and you beat everyone. That's what I'm thinking. And also my fight skills. That's what I love. I like beating people up. And no, not in the streets or whatever. I love being the best. I refuse to have somebody else beat me in anything. I want to be the best. Maybe that's weird, but that's me. And because here's the thing, man. You don't need to work. The reason you don't need to work 80 to 100 hours a week is because once you acquire the skills, you don't need to work that much. You already know what needs to be done, so you just do the thing that needs to be done. That's it. Most people who are working 80 to 100 hours a week, they're not really working. What they're doing is they're watching videos, they are consuming content, they're reading books, and all this crap. But this doesn't help you, land clients. If you're not actually working, if you're not outreaching, for example, if you're not writing copy, you're not productive. You're not getting closer to those clients. In fact, you're maybe getting further away from them. Because if you know what needs to be done, and instead you keep looking for more information, you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're self-sabotaging. So, here's another thing. Why would you want to work 8 to 100 hours a week? Why wouldn't you want to work 1 to 4 hours a day, making 5 to 10K a month, and then the rest of your time, you do other stuff? You chase your purpose. You build relationship with family, with friends, with girls, boys, if that's what you're into, I don't know. And why wouldn't you want to do this? Why wouldn't you want to level up in all these other areas in your life? Why would you just want to make money? What's the difference? You're gonna grow. You're gonna keep making more and more money. The more you're into business, you're gonna keep making more money. So it's just gonna be a bit slower, maybe. But why would you give up on anything, everything in your life, forever, just for money? What good is money if you don't have anybody to spend it with? And I know what you're thinking. I know what you may be thinking. Bro, money is everything. I know, money is everything, yeah. But there are also more things in life than money. That's a mistake I did. I stopped. All I did was chase the money. I stopped answering my family's calls. I pushed everybody aside. Okay, these were dork friends. Of course, I had to do this. I'm not regretting any of this. And I stopped being social, which is something I regret. Because my social skills went down. I was this fucking autist. I was this awkward. Even though my communication skills and stuff were great before, after being 1 year in lockdown, it was kind of a lockdown. It was a fucking basement goblin. Whatever you do, your skills are gonna take a hit. And I felt awkward being around other people. And I don't want you to be one of them. I want you to be chasing your purpose. For me, that's Muay Thai fighting. That's fighting. I like fighting. I want to have a few good fights. I don't know if I'm going professional or whatever, but I like this. I want to have this in my resume when I die. I don't know. This may be weird. This may be a flex. I don't care. I don't care what the fuck that is. I want to make money. I want to fight. And that's what I want to do. And I want to be with people I like and love. That's what I want to do. I don't want to just be chasing the money. I don't want to be this person who is just more money, more money, more money, more money. I don't like this. I want to be making a lot of money, of course. Don't get me wrong. I wanna buy a Bugatti too someday. Okay, maybe not a Bugatti, but you get the point. But I want to be making money, and I want to be hitting my other goals. That's what I want to be doing, and I think that helps with other stuff. I think everything connects to each other, because a lot of people say, "Oh, you need to focus on one thing if you wanna progress faster." Yeah, okay, maybe. That when they say these, they mean don't be doing copywriting and dropshipping and this and this and this. This is what they mean. They don't mean just do copywriting and nothing else for 16 hours a day. No, your brain is not gonna be able to function. Your brain is not gonna be able to come up with ideas. Right now, for example, I might be in the shower or I might be running, and I'm gonna be coming up with ideas subconsciously. Why? Because I detach myself from that. That's what nobody talks about. You need to detach yourself if you want to be coming up with ideas. Okay? And there's another thing. There's another thing that people say. I'd rather cry in my Lambo than cry alone, or cry in a pavement, or cry broke. That's what they say. But let me ask you this. Why the fuck would you even want to cry in the first place? If you're like me and like my students, you're not doing any of that. You're working 1 to 4 hours a day, you're making money, and that's what you do. You're not grinding like them. You're like us. Who would you rather be? Would you rather be like us, or would you rather be like them? Who are just grinding 80 to 100 hours a week, just sending outreaches or just grinding, whatever, and being fucking depressed, and I don't know. That doesn't sound good to me. And here's my question to you: are you really that inefficient of a worker worker, that you need to be working all day just to get some results? Are you that inefficient? Don't you think you can achieve a lot of stuff working just 1 to 4 hours a day? Why do you disgrace yourself that much? Have you? This is something my best friend told me. He started working 9 to 5 recently, and he's doing video editing in the side, and it hasn't been working for him that well yet. And he told me, "Oh, I realized just how unproductive I was all this time, and I can now do everything I was doing in 16 hours. I can now do everything in 1 hour, 4 hours, 2 hours." And that's why you need to be productive. You need to acquire these entrepreneurial skills. Okay? That's what you need to acquire if you want to make money. Okay? Because if you need to work 80 to 100 hours a week just to get clients, you're just not focusing on the right things. You're just not focusing on the right things. Okay? There's just a few things that you need to be doing as a copywriter to land clients. And if you want to know them, just DM me and I can tell you more about them and how I help people make 4 figures a month working just a few hours a day. But yeah, that was the main thing of this video. Don't be like that. Don't do what the fuck the gurus tell you. You don't need to be working 80 to 100 hours a week. You don't need to do this stuff. Just if you focus on the right things, you barely need to work 4 hours a day. Okay? Keep this in mind. Love you.